Mike, thanks. Well, AAA reporting that a record-breaking 54 million Americans expect to hit the road ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. Of course, thousands here in southern Colorado. But just how much you pay at the pump, well, that depends a lot on where you live.
Tonight, only on News 5, reporter Andy Cohen breaking down just how much more expensive it is to fill up in Fremont County as opposed to cities on the Front Range. Andy.
Yeah, Rob and Elizabeth, it'll cost you 30 to 40 cents a gallon more to fill up today in Canon City than it would in Colorado Springs. And the folks at AAA tell us that price variation has a lot to do with supply routes. For example, on this map, here's Colorado Springs, here is Pueblo. These Front Range cities are getting their fuel from refineries that are up in the Denver area. Meanwhile, if you're in Fremont County or even in Chaffee County here, you're on a supply route that's coming from refineries in Utah, and these prices more closely reflect prices that people are paying on the western slope.
Whether you're in Penrose, in Florence, or Canon City, prices at the pump are still much higher than what you'll find in Pueblo or Colorado Springs.
It's frustrating that Fremont is part of this more expensive pool of gasoline, but it's really just how gas is delivered.
AAA monitors gas prices around the country, and they suspect what's keeping prices high in Fremont is the supply route. The stations here get gas from refineries in Utah rather than in Denver, and that explains why these prices are closer to what Grand Junction gas stations are charging rather than Colorado Springs stations.
I'm from Pueblo, and I would think of Canon City and Fremont County as really just part of my community in southern Colorado. But the maps that we're looking at as folks who live in these communities and drive them are different than the maps that oil companies are looking at.
But when you drive around town, it doesn't take long to figure out that a single company owns an oversized share of the market. Peaster Marketing, which does business as Alta convenience stores, bought 8 stations in Fremont County last year, including Quickway, JR's, and Western convenience stores. It's not a total monopoly, but even their competitors are setting prices that are similar.
Andy Cohen here from News 5.
We were unable to get a company rep on the phone today to ask about their prices, but McKinley with AAA thinks that it's the type of fuel Alta is selling, which he called top tier, which plays into the pricing formula.
Top-tier gasoline is a gasoline that has a blend of detergents in it that make your engine run better. It's what I put in my car. Usually costs about 10 cents more on the gallon. What I think is going on in Fremont is that there are so many providers that are providing top tier. Even the stations that aren't providing top tier are priced at that same rate.
And McKinley added that the overall trend in the oil market is finally starting to come down, so he expects those prices in Fremont and Chaffee counties to start to catch up to those Front Range counterparts in the weeks ahead. Watching out for you, Andy Cohen, News 5.